Welcome back to Eternals. My name is ProKitman, and I have just found what I believe to be the base location for me for this season. I cannot say that I have ever seen better terrain than this. Even in the Caves and Cliffs update, the old Badlands biome certainly still reigns supreme. And we've got this enormous island here in the middle of this Badlands biome that I think will be the perfect stage for some of the base plans that I have for this season. I took a little road trip through parts of New Mexico and Colorado and Texas, Oklahoma, all the way out to Arkansas to see the solar eclipse. If you saw it, put down in your comments your thoughts about it. If you didn't see it, you've got to see it the next time it comes around. Or if you can travel, definitely do. It is incredible. Now, getting into the free cam mode, I want to just take you around and show you a little bit about this biome. This is my first time I've seen it from the sky, and wow, this is a big area. I don't know if I can fill it all entirely. Maybe. We'll have to see. But there is just these enormous pillars here that sort of open up in sort of a gateway type of entrance, a huge lake in front of the island, and massive cliffs all around it. I think this is just some of the most beautiful land generation I've seen. Even my frames are struggling a little bit. I think that's a bit from the Bobby mod, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a perfect setting, I think, for some of the base building that I have come up with. There's even a few caves that go down in there. We'll explore those naturally at some point. Yeah, look at this nice plateau. This is nice and flat, so it will be easy to build on. And I think that it will just really, really set the tone for what I'm going to be trying to build this season. If we take a look at the world map, I've just sort of gone northwest. I followed from my base, which is right there, followed out and around where I had previously found a little desert village here. I just followed the water, trying to fill in some of the map, and continued, jumped across, followed some more of the water, found another little inlet. I decided to go up and water. Hopped over this. I think I just walked straight across here, and I've been looking for Badlands biomes, and I'm wanting Badlands that have good savanna next to them. This savanna is already kind of near claimed territory. This area here is just regular forest and not connected to savanna. But up here, we've got some savanna. We've got the massive badlands and eroded badlands here. And once I found this big island, like I thought this was just another continent shore. And it turns out that it wraps around. It's beautiful. I'm sure there's all sorts of other cool biomes around here. Plus a desert, that's always good to have nearby. So while I will certainly miss my starter base a little bit closer to spawn, I think I'm going to go ahead and climb this mountain and stake my claim up at the very top. Look at all this terracotta. I'll definitely have to use some of this in my builds. All of these dead bushes I'll have to get some shears for, but I think I want my base to look out over the tip of the island here. So this will be right here where I set my spawn. Boom. Not exactly a perfect placement, but we'll figure that out at some point later on. Man, I just love seeing this terrain, and it is going to be pretty cool, I think, for what I want to do. Of course, I'll have to figure out a tree farm somewhere in the mix because not a lot of dirt up here. A little bit of a drop there. Like I said, there's a few caves that looked like from above on the free cam, but ooh, that's dark down there. That looks scary. Did I do it right? And 99. Okay. That'll be okay. All right. Let's just pop into the Nether, and see how this goes. You know what happened last time when I went through a portal. Please be kind. Okay. All right. Seems decent. Okay, this isn't a terrible nether area. And like I said, it's a decent nether coordinate area zone thingy. So we should be able to work with this just fine. I'm going back to the overworld. Okay, so looks like the sun is going down. That's east. That's the direction of our bed. Let's run that way before anything spawns between me and the portal. So even though I have picked this location out, I was barely getting started at my little starter base area and was just getting the first little farms going there, of course, to get me started. And I've got all of the mining materials that I've picked up as well. So I've got to still go back to my starter base, pick up that gear, move it over here, make a new house to start with, and, move everything. I'm not sure I'll be doing that today in episode 2. That just seems like a little early. So let's go ahead and get some sleep. And then we'll go back to the base and maybe finish up a couple of projects there.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Where are you? I was all around and I can't find you.
I am in the trees. I am
No.
one with the trees.
Are you? Wait, where are you? Actually, for real.
I see you. Is that for me?
Oh,
I think that's
there
for me.
you are. I think I just
Hello.
saw you.
Hi.
Hello.
Let me climb down. Phantoms are scary.
Worst addition to the game. Oh, what is this you have here?
This is my super wood smelter thingy.
Super wood smelter. That is.
Yeah.
Looks pretty cool.
It's
So this is just like mainly for smelting wood and to get charcoal, yeah?
yeah, it's a charcoal farm basically.
Oh,
You put-
nice, nice.
No, that's not how it works. You put like a stack of wood up there. It filters down into the furnace, and then kicks out the stuff. Where are you? Oh, I don't have any arrows, so I'm not going to be much help.
Yeah. I don't have much aim, so this is also not going to be very good help. Well, let me ask you this. Have you drawn an Eternal Trial yet?
I have not, and I knew that was going to be the next thing I needed to do.
I can be your escort to the Eternal Trial tree.
And perhaps assist me.
Yes.
Oh,
Shall we go?
Yes. Away! Ah. Don't put me up for a parkour challenge.
While you use your peasant feet, I will see you at the tree.
Bye. And there he is.
Did you see that?
I
Just
did.
made it through the little hole. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try and get just through across the bridge. I was up on top of a guy's house, just being like, look at that, look at him go.
What do you have for me? Where'd you go? Gronk?
I hate to break it to you, but that's not your Eternal Trial.
Shrunk? I hear you. Where are you?
Well, okay, you don't have to see me, but listen to my voice. That's not your Eternal Trial.
Oh, is it not? I drew it.
Trade me.
Okay. Aha.
Where'd you go?
I'm over here.
What? What? What's that? What's going on? What? Hello? Now you gotta keep it going. You gotta trade Eternal Trials with someone.
Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Well, have
Some
fun being blind.
Yeah, I can't. Who? Hello?
So as we saw with Shrunk, you put in the spruce logs up at the top. I'll start with a fresh one here. Those will all filter down into our furnace. Here we have the charcoal. And if we come through this little portway here, There is a hopper right underneath this furnace that shoots everything into this dropper. This dropper sends it into the hopper, and the hopper drops it into the furnace. Now, once all that goes, of course, there's some redstone that detects everything down there, and it's a little complicated as well. I'll, of course, leave a link to B-Dub's video where he explains that. But yeah, I think I really, really like this. It's a little bit detailed, but not too much. It has just a little bit of depth to it. You see, of course, put some stairs up top. And then I've got a nice little chimney out the top as well that shows that it is in use. I could make it a little more complicated and figure out a way to ignite and extinguish the campfire that is sending all the smoke up to the top, but that's a little more complicated than it needs to be. Now, before, I have used a birch farm, which is very easy to grow lots and lots of birch and access very easily and harvest very easily. But I think since I'm in the spruce forest, I'll use spruce wood for this smelter to smelt up and get all of my charcoal. These large spruce trees do make it very easy to smelt up a large amount of wood in a short amount of time. Just collecting it is a little bit tiresome, having to climb up and everything. Maybe I can make up some form of scaffolding that will take me up to higher levels and allow me to collect it a little more easily rather than trying to have to, spiral my way up these precarious logs. Okay, I'm back now, and I've been doing a little bit of designing, and here we have it. I've got a whole tower here that goes all the way up 30 blocks or so, maybe just shy of 30. I think I made it 27. Yeah, and I've got a ladder here that you can climb all the way up to the top, and you'll be able to harvest all the way from the top of a tall spruce tree or a tall pine tree all the way down so you don't have to spiral up and chop back down. Now, the thing is, I'm trying to find a way to make it a little easier to access some of the shorter ones, because sometimes they are short. And I'm thinking about using just a little platform made of dark oak wood here to, run around. I don't know. And I kind of want to fill in some of these arches, maybe something like that, maybe something different. And I'm also considering doing stripped spruce wood, because I think when the leaves grow and they touch the full logs, they aren't decaying. And I've had to go through and manually chop them out. So I might run through and strip them all just to clear it out. And I think it will brighten up the build just that much more. Okay, so all of that is now stripped, and it looks a lot cleaner now, I think. I was considering as I was doing it... I missed a spot. I'll get back to that. But I was considering as I was stripping all of those logs, getting more of a spruce wood instead of the dark oak, but I really think the dark oak contrasts very nicely with the stripped logs there. Oh, and I missed that whole column there too. I'll probably find more and more of these areas that I've missed. There we go. Okay, so I think those platforms of dark oak will look best. So I'm going to go ahead and work on some of those spots on the upper levels there. And of course, I've got to come up here and get that last little spot that I missed from stripping there. And there we go. Done. Cool. No, not done. Dang it. Like I said, there's going to be more that I missed, I'm sure. Okay. Well, that didn't quite work, but that's all right. All right, let's take a step back now. And yeah, I think that looks nice. It's a good amount of color variation. And I think, judging by just how it looks from the distance there, I think I will do the spruce wood for the archways here. just to give it a little bit of shape without it sticking out too much with the color. Okay, I think that looks very nice. A little bit of an arch, just enough to really show a little bit more shape in there. Let's get another view here from this angle. Yeah, I think that'll look nice. Plus, whenever we get the trees growing up in there, it'll have a really dark green color behind it, and it should pop just a little bit more just to show off some. Now, I think I may extend some of these beams out just a little bit, just to give it a little more of that dimension to it. Other than that, I think this is pretty much good, and I might extend up some of the pillars up at the top. And, of course, I've got to put some lighting on there. So let me get some iron to make some nice... ooh. I might dangle some... yeah, I might hang some lanterns from the corners there. That would look really nice, too. And I think a final touch is just replacing all of the podzol here around these little platforms for the trees to grow with some dark oak slabs. I think it makes it a nice little step down into the, the tree growing unit here. And there we go. We've got a new tree that has just grown. So this will continue to be a little harvesting area, I think, for some spruce wood, probably for some dark oak wood as well, as I can just use that first level to get up on top of the dark oaks, since they don't really grow all that tall, but still good enough to get us some charcoal, which, of course, I do have a decent amount already in here. If I could look back in that one and that one, all about a couple of stacks in there. Of course, there's the stack that is in the furnaces themselves as well. Okay, so before we finish up this episode, I, of course, have to finish up my Eternal Trial, which is, if we remember, swap Eternal Trials with someone and keep it going. So that is my Eternal Trial for this episode, and Armorblue has just logged on. So I'm going to fly over to her base. Now, I'm saying fly to her base because I've been farming up some phantoms. You see, I've got a phantom's head in my inventory. And I have fully replenished my elytra, so I'll be able to fly over and actually use it. All right, here's some rockets. I believe she is to the southeast in the Cherry Grove biome. So we shall make our way this direction. Yes, there's her base. Oh, it's looking marvelous. Oh my goodness, look at all the progress. Holy moly. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. I have that distance mod. I forget what it's called. Bobby mod, I think.
Yes.
It's so I saw just the last time I was over here a few weeks back, and it was just that one side. And wow, you've made progress.
Yeah, I've started the interior a little bit too.
Very nice. Well, I have a question. Do you have an Eternal Trial?
I currently do not, actually.
Well, I should remind you that you should have one, and we should go get one.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Alrighty. I'm sure you know what to do. Press that button.
Okay, here we go.
Uh-huh. All right.
Oh, no.
Is it good or is it bad?
Oh, no.
No! Well, I have good news for you.
Okay.
You don't have to do that one because this is now your trial.
Swap Eternal Trials with someone and keep it going.
Unless you want to have this one back, but
no, that I am happy with that. You know what? I'm good with that.
So I'm thinking for this one, I think this is going to account for my eternal trial for this episode.
Yeah, because, yeah. Oh, Commander Nate being picked on with the chickens.
Yeah.
Well, better him than me, I suppose.
I suppose. Hasn't he already had a bunch of chickens in his base?
Yes. Yes.
Goodness.
A tremendous amount.
Okay.
Already.
Well, he's getting more, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have to find a creative way to do this that's slightly different, and I'm already starting to brainstorm a couple of ideas.
Well, best of luck to you.
Why, thank you.
Well, have fun with that. I'm going to see about swapping with somebody.
Bye, Blue.
Bye.
And we are back at the Eternal Trials tree, and I've got 2 new trials. If you want, you can pause and read and figure out what they are. Eternals, you're not allowed to see them, of course, but we'll go ahead and put them into this barrel right here for them to potentially draw. Now, the thing is that the real catch is that I could also draw that in my next episode. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to see who draws those 2, and I hope it's not me. And with that, I think it's about time to start calling it an episode, but there is still one last thing I need to do. Notice what I'm wearing: leather boots, iron chest plate. This will not do any longer. Let's go ahead and convert some of these diamonds into armor for us. Chest plate, legs, boots, hat. And with that, I think it's time to call it an episode as the moon begins to rise behind us. Thank you so much for watching this one. Of course, make sure you subscribe down below. And we saw the industrial district location at the beginning of this. Let me know what you think I'm going to be making out there. And we'll be going back there later on this season. But for now, I am ProKitMan, in your face. Have a good one, everyone.